Hello, my name is Tyler, and I'm right outside Richmond, Virginia, and this is my full conceal M3D. I just want to give a quick overview of my experience with full conceal and the M3D itself. Um, and just a quick disclaimer, I don't have any military experience, I don't have any law enforcement experience. Um, I brew beer for a living, but I do conceal carry, and I've been doing so for the past 2 years or so. And my previous carry pistol was a SIG P290, and there were a couple of things I wasn't very happy with after about a year or so of carry. One of those being capacity. That particular pistol held 6 rounds, and I didn't feel like that was adequate enough for the defense of myself or the defense of others. And the other being comfort. It's a subcompact, and it pulling from the 4 o'clock position just wasn't comfortable to me, and I didn't feel comfortable in my hand in general. And so I decided to go into the market for a new carry pistol, and I came across the Royal Range channel that was on YouTube, and they were showcasing this particular pistol that had just come out. And there were a couple of things that I was intrigued by, and one of those was the capacity. I mean, 21 rounds in a folded pistol I thought was incredible. And that actually kind of goes into the second being comfort. The fact that you don't need a second magazine, you don't need to carry a second spare magazine, or just a spare magazine with your normal carry, I thought was very impressive. But in general, just the comfort itself. So the way that I carry this pistol is folded, obviously, in the front right pocket. I carry it muzzle down, and I don't get snags on it. If you know how to properly carry with proper clothing, I don't get snags. I practice this at the range that I go to. I've got 600 rounds through it. It indexes perfectly every time. The machining on this, I don't think I mentioned that before, is superb. You couldn't get better than that. When they say it indexes every time, it really does. And that's the way I practice. I only practice pulling from the front right pocket, indexing, and firing, and it just works. And that's really impressive to me. And the third big factor to me was safety. So when it's completely folded, the trigger obviously is pushed up, and this is a great way to carry in a backpack. Obviously, I carry it in my front right pocket. It's getting colder out in Virginia here, and I'll probably be wearing a jacket here in the next 2 to 3 weeks, or a hoodie or something. And so I can carry my front right pocket if I ever go to Richmond, and I want to feel comfortable. I want to feel safe. I can carry my front right hoodie pocket or jacket pocket or whatever, and I know that it won't go off. And that's impressive to me. All those factors in general are not offered from another pistol, and that's impressive, especially given the quality. And the final thing that I'll talk about is just the customer support in general. So there's a couple times I've reached out to Full Conceal, and I haven't been disappointed. The initial time that I believe I emailed them in regards to the GRD, which is the grip retention device. This hinge kind of pushes up against it and it locks it in place. They were offering those for free, and I went ahead and took advantage of that, and I received that in 2 days. And these guys, I live in Virginia, and these guys are out of Las Vegas. So I was very impressed by that in general. And the second thing that impressed me was the trigger upgrade. So they have a trigger 2.0. When I received my pistol, it was the trigger 1.0, and that was fine. I had no issues with it, but they deemed it necessary to release a 2.0, which I've shot both now, and I like the 2.0 a little bit better. There's a little bit more real estate on the front there. The tab, the trigger itself is actually a little longer, which I like. And it's got more safety features that are incorporated into it, and I really like that a lot. I installed it myself. I just watched the simple minute video, whatever it was, and I was impressed by the fact that they were very open about when I was in queue. I went ahead and called them about it. I was on vacation, and I wasn't sure if my email had gone through. I was on hotel Wi-Fi, and there was a big storm there and all this kind of. So I ended up calling them, and guy was very open about it. They were getting slammed by requests for the new 2.0 trigger. I was in the queue. I would be receiving it the next time. You know, I don't want to jump the line or anything. I'm not about that. And he was very open about it. I like that. I like honesty. And then the third time I reached out to him about a holster, I'm hoping they do some type of muzzle down holster, which be a nice alternative in general. And they were very open about down the road maybe looking at something like that. Again, the honesty, the openness, the transparency about things was very nice, and I was very impressed by. But in general, those are my thoughts. The pistol is incredible. I mean, it's a Glock that they modified, so you can't go wrong there. And their customer support has been outstanding. So I look forward to seeing what else they have to offer in the future. So thank you very much.